Hello friends, welcome back to Stack. I'm your friend Ashish Pati, Hillsort Architect. So in today's session, we are going to talk about the really game changer functions, or we can say operators. So we'll see how to update or mask fields in complex data structure in data view. Okay. So we are going to talk about update and mask operator in this session. So let's talk about the use case first. So before the existence of this, update or mask operator in data view, if you need to update a value or a field, it is most cumbersome task in case where there are multiple fields or values to be updated or the massive size is used. The ideal approach is to create the object again and write the logic using map or map object of data. Now with the help of these two operators, updating values or masking values in nested arrays or object has become very easy. Okay. So let's talk about and then about these functions first, and then we'll jump onto the demo where I'll show you how we can use these two functions. Okay. So these two functions won't come as part of your core module, data view core module. So we need to import these functions from DW util values module. Okay. Once you import this, you can use it. And these two operators are introduced in data view 2.3.0 and supported by Mule 4.3.0 and later. Okay. So let's talk about, let's jump onto the demo part where I'll show you how it looks. Okay. And how it helps in, updating or masking our complex data structure fields. So I took one example. I have passengers data. You can see how complex it is. I have three level. Okay. So you see I have passengers, and inside passengers, I can have multiple passengers. Okay, so right now, for example, I took only one. So inside the passenger, you can see flight, and this flight it can have this passenger can have multiple flight details. And inside flight, you can see I have destination. So one level, second level, third level. Okay. Okay. So now we'll take this as a base use case or base example. On this example, we'll try to apply or use our update and mask operator. Okay. So my use case is, let's say I want to format this longitude. Okay. So I want to, make it after decimal point only 3 digits. And second use case, I want to mask the passenger number. Okay. So in update section, I'll take this one and we format the date also. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. Okay. And I'll talk about we need to carefully use the update operator. Otherwise, we'll be in situation where we'll lose the data. Okay. Or our update. Let's see that. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to apply the update operator on this passenger. So passenger is our payload right now. Okay. So let me use the update operator on passenger data. So let me say update. Okay. So directly I'll jump on to the, let's talk about the syntax of the update. Okay. So update inside update, we need to use a case. Okay. And then we need to select that field. So I'll give the name to this field as L placeholder, and then all that L will apply the formatting. Okay. So where we'll find this L? So we need to go to the passenger, then flight, then destination, and then longitude. So let me copy one second. So first we need to go. So my payload is dot. From there, I need to go to the passengers, then dot. I need to go to the passenger, then dot. To access this hierarchy, I need to go to the flight, then destination, then we have longitude. Okay, so I'll say dot control P. So let me create little space here so that you'll be able to see clearly. So longitude, right? And okay, so I missed the syntax here. So case L at this is the path. Okay, at this point you will find the longitude. Now what we can do is we'll say, so what it will return L as first we'll convert it to a number. Okay, then we'll format. So you can see that numbering is applied on this. So you can see, so if you want to see the changes on all the guys, so you can say that star and passenger. Okay, so let me apply. So let me remove this first. You can see that this formatting is applied on all the longitude. So I have flight here also, and I have flight here also. So it's applied. Okay, so I don't want that exactly. My use case or requirement is this string. I'll use a formatting here, and I'll pass the formatting. So here I want after decimal 3 digits. Okay, so you can see here I got the perfect as per my requirement here, and this guy is formatted here. Now look at this, how much code I have written. A single line of code works, and I have achieved my requirement. If you look at the ideal situation before this update operator, I need to build this complete structure and apply this formatting, right? Okay. So let me format the date, departure date. Okay. So it's right now month, DD, then YYY. I don't want this way. I want uh, better way. So I'll go ahead here, and you can write any number of case statement here. Any number of case statement. Okay. So let me say date, and now our date is there at the upper level, right? Departure at this level. So let me go ahead, and intentionally I have added, this won't make any sense, but I have added to show the functionality. So let me show you that this formatting will be applied on any number of departure date in your flight object. Okay, so let me copy this. So till flight will go. Okay, so because inside the flight I have departure date, so I'll copy here, and I'll say departure date. Okay, okay, sorry. I have to copy this. So I'm just saving time to or avoiding spelling mistakes. So we're copying from the output itself. So now we have D. On D, so what I'll say first, this is a date, and we need to explicitly tell that in which format your date is. Okay, so we'll give a format. So if you see, this is 3M, then DD, then YYY. Okay, so that's what we are going to copy. You can go ahead and Google for the formatting. So how many formats or what kind of formats, based on your requirement, you can go ahead and check the formatting. These will be available on the Google. So now we can say that as string, and inside the string we specify our format. So our format was, I want DD first, and then complete month name, and then my year. Okay, so how to do that? The DD space, we'll say 4 times M, then we'll get the month, complete month name. Okay, and then YYY. So let me check what is going wrong here. Yeah, so one curly brace we need to add at the end. Now you can see we have achieved what we want. So we want DD, then our month complete name and this date. So you can see that is applied on this guy also, but it didn't apply on this guy. Why? So we need to say that star, right? There are multiple values or other kind of structure we can do, but it won't make sense. But I just wanted to show that any number of departure date in your flight objects, all that formatting is applied automatically. Okay. Now, when you are using update operator, you need to be very careful. Okay, I'll show you how that you know you know anybody can face that issue. So let me show you that what is that issue. So if you are applying formatting or if you are updating, field on parent level. Okay, so for example, we'll go here. So I don't see passenger has the ID. So I'm going to add the ID and then we'll see the effect of that. So I'm trying to update the passenger. Okay, so I'm trying to add one more field here, ID, and that ID will be having a unique value, and then we'll see. Okay, so let me go ahead here. So one more case statement, right? So till passenger will go. As I said, any number of I'll say this is P on passenger. What I want to do, I want to add append ID column, and then there is a function, inbuilt function called UUID, that generates the unique value for us. Okay, so now if you go down, see the ID is added. Okay, this was not there, but the changes to longitude and changes to departure date, we lost it. Okay, so that's the problem I was saying. So we need to be very careful when you are applying any structure change or field masking on top of your parent level. So passenger, or if you're applying some flight, then destination changes will be lost and flight changes will be lost if you are applying on passenger. So that's what. But you want to achieve both, right? If you want both, then what you can do is, let's go ahead and I'll show you how to achieve that. Oh, okay, so this ordering is not important. Okay, this can be at any level. So let me put it in. So now you can see changes are there. At the end also, if I put that, we will be losing the changes applied on the lower level. Okay, so this ordering it can be at any level. But important thing is, if you are applying on the parent level, then your changes applied on the lower level will be lost. So this parent level changes will take the precedence. Okay, so that will be keep in mind. So let's go ahead and what we are going to do. So we'll do the chaining of update. So I'll say update and then I'll put that case here. Okay, so now you see our changes, lower level changes are intact, our departure date changes are intact, and we got the ID. Okay, yeah. Now we'll go ahead and apply the masking. So for that, we need to import the import star from DW, as I said, util values. Okay. Okay. So now let me apply the masking. So you can apply masking at any level. You don't need to specify the path like this. Okay. So you can specify the field name. Okay, on any field you want to apply. So what we are going to do is, let me mask the passenger phone number. Okay, simple. What you'll do, the way we applied the update operator on the payload, similar way we'll apply the mask. Okay, we don't need curly bracket. So what is your field name? My field name is passenger number. I'll use that field name, and with what value you want to mask it. So I will put the parameter. So you see now, right now it's empty. It's already applied. See, but what I will say. So let me build this first so that. Okay, so I want this format. So +1, that is a country code, and then we have round bracket. Inside that I have 3 digits. I'll go, and then I have 3 digits hyphen 4 digits. Right. This is what the format we have. Right here. So I just want to mask all those digits. So this passenger number field value will be updated in the complete payload. Okay, so mask function won't see any hierarchy at any level wherever you have. For example, we have departure date here. Okay, and let me add the departure date at the. So let's go ahead and let's add this departure date at the destination level. Okay, so destination level I'll add here. So let me add departure date here, and this is departure date is at destination level, and we have departure date at flight level. Okay, so let me go ahead and add the departure date at the passenger level also. Let's see that. Okay, so we have departure date at passenger level, we have departure date at, okay, at, so let me copy this, and instead of phone number, I'll just give this. So now you see at every level, okay. So here also it got masked, here also it got masked. So I didn't mention anything, right? The level or anything. But in update we have mentioned at what level my value is. But here just we need to mention the field name, and based on that field name, wherever the field name is matching, this mask function will mask the value of that field. Okay. Yeah. So that's all from these two game changer functions, and how our life is easy now after introducing these functions. Okay. So hope you like. My intention was to show the how it works. You can go ahead and see, Wheels of documentation, where you find multiple examples. How to use mask, where all we can use this mask function, update function, or operator. Yeah, yeah. That's all from this session. Hope you liked it. Yeah, please hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.